Braubach and Marksburg. Braubach is a small medieval settlement. The massive church tower of the St. Barbara Church, built around 1300, was at the same time the corner tower of the town's fortress. Around 150 metres above Braubach and the Rhine towers the Marksburg, originally called just Castle Braubach, and likely built around 1200 to 1240. It remains the only castle in the central Rhine area that was never destroyed. The name Marksburg is first mentioned in the 16th century, named after the patron saint apostle Marcus. At that time, it belonged to the Dukes of Eppstein. They built the late Roman palace, the huge hall of pillars for government meetings and festivals, and the chapel tower at the southern point of the cliffs. In 1283, the Dukes of Katzenelnbogen took the castle over, and what they built then is what you see today. The four-sided central tower with the butter-barrel top, the hall, and the extended fortress. Landed Duke Philip II von Hessen left the uncomfortable castle in 1568 and moved into his own domicile down in the valley. Slowly the castle started to decay. It wasn't until the Prussians, known for their passion for old Rhine castles, came along in 1866 that anyone was prepared to take it over. Then Kaiser Wilhelm II passed it on to the Union of German Castles for 1,000 Deutschmark. The Union now has its seat there and has done a marvellous job of restoring it, although it took some shots from the Allies in 1945 and was badly damaged. In the meantime, it's been fully renovated and tourists from around the world admire the collection of arms and weapons, the herb garden, the furniture and the paintings. In the old kitchen you can even celebrate parties. Braubach, nestled in between the Rhine and mountains, is also worth a visit. Many old, well-preserved half-timbered houses, as well as the remains of the city wall, with its gates and towers, even today give you a good impression of life in medieval times. Lead and silver mining were supported, which enriched not just the princes but the townspeople too. In 1242, the oldest church, St. Martin's, was built. In the 16th century, the town's Roman ship enjoyed a refurbishment with frescoes that's well worth seeing. Go south from the market square to Schlossstrasse, and you can see the ruins of Philippsburg, built by Philip II, who no longer wanted to live in the Marksburg, but preferred a more modern and more comfortable city palace.